Alright guys, this is the Dummies Guide to TOA, and this is going to be a quick 3-minute video just going over the basics. And if you want to see the full-length guide, but what do I need for TOA? So besides the quest Beneath Cursed Sands, you're going to want the Karis Partisan, which has a 68 attack wielding requirement. You need a blowpipe. If you're an Iron Man, a bone dagger for spec. You're going to need a DDS or an Abbey dagger, a crossbow with ruby bolts, a trident or some sort of mage weapon, and melee strength gear or void. Both work well, and that's about it. So as a beginner, you want to bring as least amount of switches as possible so you have enough room for food. But before we go with the exact gear setup, let's check the invos. Okay, so on your first raid, you're going to run a 0 to 50 invo, and then, in this raid, I'm running a 150. So we got Walk the Path on, and Max, Kefri, and Zevik. We're going to take the life when we get food. Oh, we also need a Sanfew. Sanfew for poison, or a Serp Helm works as well. But 2 ranging pots, 1 super combat, stam. Alright, the first room when you walk in is Zebek. So remember, we have Walk the Path on. So this is the order of rooms you want to do it in. But if you are not doing Walk the Path, then you can do it in any order you like. For example, like if you struggle with a certain room like Akka or Baba, which I had a hard time with, you could do that one first. That way you get some practice on it. Do these things, avoid the spikes, fill the water jug, and the crocodiles will take his health down, so you gotta freeze them. And I'm speeding this up for the sake of time, but just another thing I forgot to mention is for Akka, you're going to want to bring a pickaxe in before the raid starts. Zebek, alright. So Zebek can melee you if you're in melee distance. You can BGS it or just blowpipe it, it doesn't much matter. If you have thralls, thralls are good for free-for-alls, but for solos you really want them freezes. So, here we go. So the first special we have is waves. So we can avoid the waves. And you can also you can like, oh no, I'll show you on the next one. Oh yeah, the 20 death tanking, boy. Alright, boulders. So we're gonna take this one over here. We got lucky and it's right next to the boulder. So you can just push it into that. But sometimes you gotta push it like sideways. Like we could have pushed the boulder right there into it, but yeah. Directional. I don't know if this is gonna work. Please work. Ah! It worked. Oh! Next room is Path of Scarabus or Kefri. And this one's a little bit tricky, but if you have the Runelight plugin, you're gonna run the Puzzle Helper, and it helps immensely. Like or Shadow, but the staff, this one, the Partisan, actually does like extra damage. And the only thing in this room to note is there's 3 waves and the dung. So like the dung you want to stack on those 2 highlighted markers. When you get flied, you'll stack the dung on these marks, and that way it'll trap the scarabs and make the room a little bit easier. But it's basically like Vorkath with these aerial assault things. But remember, we have the hard one on. If you have that info off, and try to click out of it. You don't want to get stuck in there. If you get stuck in there, it's still doable, but you want to be on the outside here. And then when you get flight again, you want to stack it on that tile, and it'll just keep stacking on there like that. Could kill it. I don't think we have to, but the aerial assault still comes in, so watch out for that. I think it's like every 15 seconds. And then we kill these things because they heal the boss. But this is like after you do everything else. It's not like really important. Alright, there we go. So we're gonna have to range it and watch out for the flying thing. Alright, cool. We got it. If we didn't get him down far enough... Alright. We got the scarab in the middle there, trapped in between the dung. We don't have to kill him, but you can for extra points. So I went ahead and killed him. And then we stacked the flies or the dung on the side there, so we got room. And just kill the boss down. Boom, we're done. And then we should have a lot of extra food for Akka and Baba. Baba being the hardest room. And we're gonna take life because we get the 2 ambrosias. 2 ambrosias are gonna heal us full HP and full prayer. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Part 2 in the description. Alright, so this is phase 2 and the mage scarab spawns. So we gotta kill the mage scarab ASAP. If you have the dung stacked right, you can melee it, but we gotta range it. And once you get it down to half HP, it'll move and spawn at another corner of the room. I think the game bugged here. I don't know where it went or if I killed it, but yeah. Kill that at phase 2, and then if you'll look in the middle of the dung, we got that scarab trapped. You can either kill it or leave it. It doesn't much matter. But yeah. Then knock the boss down, and then knock it down again, and then you're done with the room. Alright, so that's it for part 1. Click the link in the description or on the screen to see part 2 for Akka, Baba, and Warden.